These survival secrets could save your life when society collapses. The government doesn't want you to know this, but 99% of preppers are completely unprepared for what's coming. They're wasting thousands of dollars on useless gear while ignoring the critical tools that actually matter. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to reveal the insider knowledge from elite survival experts that could make the difference between life and death when disaster strikes. The foundation of survival preparedness isn't just accumulating gear. It's understanding the delicate balance between equipment and skills. Too many preppers focus exclusively on buying the latest gadgets while neglecting the training needed to use them effectively. This comprehensive guide synthesizes insights from experienced preppers, survival experts, and technical analyses to present actionable strategies for both immediate emergencies and long-term resilience. Let's start with shelter and environmental protection, the cornerstone of survival. Exposure kills faster than dehydration or starvation in harsh conditions. A reliable shelter system must include a waterproof tarp, paracord, and ground insulation. The 8x10 tarp is particularly versatile, allowing for lean-tos, A-frames, or enclosed shelters when paired with trekking poles or natural anchors. For winter conditions, a bivy bag or synthetic sleeping bag rated to at least 10 degrees Fahrenheit provides critical thermal retention. Ground insulation is frequently overlooked by novice preppers, yet it's essential for preventing conductive heat loss. Closed-cell foam pads like the Thermarest Z-Lite offer durability with R values up to 2.6, while inflatable pads provide compactness at the expense of puncture risk. In urban environments, contractor-grade trash bags filled with leaves or debris can create improvised bedding, though prolonged use risks condensation. Water procurement and purification represent the next priority in survival scenarios. Modern systems must prioritize redundancy, combining mechanical filtration with chemical backups. The Sawyer squeeze dominates recommendations due to its 0.1 micron absolute filter rating and compatibility with standard disposable water bottles. However, its vulnerability to freezing necessitates pairing it with chlorine dioxide tablets for viral protection in contaminated sources. For high-throughput needs, gravity-fed systems like the MSR AutoFlow filter 10 liters per hour, but require pre-filtering sediment-heavy water. The Grail GeoPress excels in urban scenarios, removing heavy metals and pharmaceuticals through activated carbon, though its limited cartridge lifespan makes it less ideal for long-term use. Stainless steel containers permit boiling directly over fires, while collapsible bottles minimize pack weight. Those in arid regions should prioritize rain catchment systems using food-grade barrels, with first flush diverters to exclude contaminants from initial runoff. Firecraft represents a fundamental survival skill requiring redundant ignition systems. The humble Bic lighter remains the gold standard for reliability, with a shelf life exceeding 10 years if protected from UV degradation. Ferrocerium rods provide spark redundancy in wet conditions, though users must pair them with Vaseline-coated cotton balls or commercial tinder cubes for effective ignition. Advanced fire-making tools include Fresnel lenses for solar ignition and UCO stormproof matches with burn times exceeding 15 seconds in wind. For sustained heat, Esbit tablets offer 12 minutes of 1,400 degrees Fahrenheit output per cube, sufficient to boil 500 milliliters of water, a critical capability when purifying questionable water sources. Nutrition and food security demand careful consideration of caloric density versus shelf stability. Freeze-dried meals provide excellent calorie-to-weight ratios, though their dependency on water makes them impractical for arid bug-out scenarios. Emergency ration bars offer 3,600 calories per vacuum-sealed brick with 5-year stability, albeit at the cost of palatability. Foraging supplements like Pocket Naturalist guides and fire starters enable renewable nutrition streams. However, calorie-intensive activities demand a baseline of 2,200 calories per day, necessitating careful weight-to-energy calculations in pack planning. Navigation and signaling capabilities ensure you can find your way and be found if necessary. While GPS-enabled devices like the Garmin InReach Mini 2 provide SOS capabilities, their vulnerability to EMP and battery depletion mandates backup with traditional compasses and topographic maps sealed in waterproof pouches. Signaling tools should include auditory options like high-decibel whistles, visual tools like Solus-grade signal mirrors, and pyrotechnic options like flares visible from significant distances. Medical preparedness represents one of the most nuanced aspects of survival planning. Individual first aid kits should bifurcate hemorrhage control and sustained care components. The former requires tourniquets, hemostatic gauze, and chest seals, while the latter addresses infection prevention through antiseptic wipes and appropriate dressings. Pharmacological components must balance shelf life against efficacy. Doxycycline hyclate offers broad-spectrum antibiotic coverage with impressive stability, while medications for diarrheal control and allergic reactions should be stored in temperature-controlled containers to maintain efficacy. Multi-purpose tools maximize functionality while minimizing weight. The Maracniv Garberg exemplifies full-tang durability for heavy cutting tasks, while multi-tools integrate pliers, ferro rods, and emergency whistles. Folding saws often outperform hatchets in processing speed, cutting substantial hardwood in under 90 seconds with less effort. Paracord remains indispensable for shelter rigging, with inner strands repurposed as fishing line or suture material in emergencies. UV-resistant tape enables gear repairs and blister prevention when medical supplies run low. Communication capabilities extend beyond typical handheld radios. While affordable options provide local communication, their limited output restricts range without upgraded antennas. Preppers should memorize standardized communication protocols and establish rally points to mitigate communication blackouts. Waterproof notebooks preserve intelligence on resource locations and potential threats when electronic options fail. Psychological and hygiene factors are frequently overlooked yet critical for long-term survival. The inclusion of caffeine tablets and magnesium supplements counters decision fatigue, while portable sanitation options and alcohol-based sanitizers reduce infection vectors. Simple morale boosters like playing cards and spiritual texts address the psychological toll of prolonged emergency scenarios. Perhaps most importantly, continuous skill development transforms gear from passive possessions into active survival tools. Proficiency comes through regular drills, wilderness first responder training, and fire starting practice under adverse conditions. Communities should conduct tabletop exercises for grid-down scenarios, stress testing supply chains and communication protocols before real emergencies occur. The modern prepper's approach must evolve beyond static gear lists, embracing modular systems that adapt to specific threats and personal limitations. Emerging technologies promise enhanced capabilities, yet the core principles remain unchanged: redundancy in critical systems, practicality in gear selection, and the humility to recognize that equipment merely multiplies the effectiveness of skills and knowledge. Survival preparedness isn't a destination but a continuum, one demanding perpetual education, community engagement, and honest assessment of both tools and temperament. By balancing essential gear acquisition with practical skill development, you'll be prepared not just to survive but to thrive when others panic. If you found this guide valuable, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more practical survival content. Drop a comment below with your most essential piece of survival gear. I read every comment and respond to as many as possible. Until next time, stay prepared and keep building your resilience.